730 days. I have been waiting for this matchup to come back to us. So we got Packers Cowboys 2016 divisional round. So we got Nick, Jordan, Greg. We're talking Packers Cowboys. We're talking two of the best teams in NFL history. We're talking the 9th time they've matched up in the playoffs. And as I said to start, I've been waiting 730 days for this game to happen.
Woo!
So I see Fogel. You got you got that Dallas shirt in the background with the tape on it. I like it.
I won't say where I picked that up in public, but
no, you can.
You went to a Cowboys game and got it, didn't you?
I fell a victim to the festivities. But you know,
that's never a problem to fall victim of the festivities. That was the crazy part is for what 2 months of the season, that was their only loss until that second Giants game.
Right? Bullshit, because it's the only game of Dallas that I'll ever go to in my life, and they lose, and it happens to be one of the only games of the year.
Oh, 13-3, 13-3. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive into it. Like I said, rematch from 2014. Teams are a little bit similar, a little bit different. Greg, we can start with you. What are you kind of thinking that you're looking for from both the Cowboys side and the Green Bay side?
Well, I mean, from the Cowboys, just keep it the way they've done all year. You know, control the clock, the ball to Zeke, Dak. I mean, you can call it Dak a game manager, but I mean he's playing better than that. But if they just control the clock, they're going to win. From the Packers, I mean, they can hope for get some turnovers, which are hard to come by, but they get some turnovers and get some points off that. I can see them off the W, but realistically speaking, Cowboys at home. I do think they're a better overall team. They should pull it off.
All right, Jordy, what about you?
First of all, I just want to say, be glad you're not facing the Giants. They got your number this year.
We match up to its words. I will agree there.
No, I'm interested to see, because I mean, Aaron's going to be threading all game. I'm interested to see what Dak does if he is put in that situation from behind. I saw he's only thrown 16 passes all season, trailing by 9 or more points. So, I mean, I'm interested to see if he gets in a situation like that, see how he handles that. I mean, you're not going to stop Aaron. You can do what you can, you know. There's just only so much you can do to stop that man.
Bad man.
The bad man.
Bogo, what do you got?
Pretty much what Jordy touched on. I mean, I'm a Green Bay fan through and through. So what I think we have to do against Dallas is jump out early. Like Jordan said, he's only thrown 16 passes while trailing all year long. Now, you put a rookie quarterback with that experience in that position, I say Green Bay takes it if they go up 14-0.
Agreed.
But that being said, the Cowboys are going to stick to what they do. They're going to run the ball.
There's a reason why he's only thrown 16 passes.
Because you're right.
And the only game that I can think of, and this was early on in the year, because everything that I've heard about this game when we played Week 6 is 30-16, and everybody's like, "Hey, it's not the same Green Bay team," which is true. Obviously, they turned it on, got hot at the right time. But going into that game, their defense was the number 1 run defense. We rushed for $157 on them. The 2 games before that, I want to say we played the Niners and went down 14-0 early, and I was just like, "Dude, are you kidding me? This is the Niners." And it's the Niners. It's not the Packers. I get that, but he's capable of it. But I agree. If Green Bay goes up early and they get out of rhythm and out of sync and kind of put in positions they're not familiar with, that might be when you see that kind of rookie quarterback in the playoffs and things like that. So I'm with you there. If they get up, Packers get up early, it could be trouble.
What's the line?
I want to say 4.5 for Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's pretty much a toss-up game.
That's pretty much a pick. Like
Yeah. I don't
Um,
know. I just see if Dallas gets down, they have to start throwing the ball all over the place. I just see that being trouble for them. I mean, I think I saw a stat where Green Bay's ranked, I think, 6th in the league for sacks and 2nd for takeaways. So I mean,
Papers, what he does.
yeah. I mean, I just don't see if they get down. I just don't see them coming back, unfortunately. But
the only thing I can see the reason why the Cowboys going down is it's the playoff game, the moment, the intensity, the rookies, and letting that get to them, and it takes about maybe a quarter and a half to finally settle down. And then, but by that time, maybe the Packers get maybe a double-digit lead if they're lucky. But I mean, I can see the Cowboys might take because the rookie in the situation, the environment might take a little bit to calm down. But I think by the end of the game, a better team's gonna win.
That's not bad. Yeah, if I'm the Packers, I'm bringing heat early. I'm gonna stack the box with haha. And, I'm gonna put Micah Hyde on Cole Beasley and just kind of start throwing heat off the bat at Dak because I think they're gonna try and thrive off that run game early, and kind of let Dak eat. I think you throw heat early, and I mean in the end, kind of see what Dez shows up. I mean Dez he's a star, but he's known to drop balls. But
he's a chump.
Yeah,
fucking chump.
I mean, I haven't watched that Cowboys,
but
I don't even think Dez is really Dak's guy because Dez is a downfield type of guy, player, and Dak doesn't really go downfield that much.
Well, I will say this, Jordan. You mentioned about obviously bringing heat, loading the box, and doing that stuff, and that is what has got Dak into trouble when they lost to the Giants both times, especially that last time. He couldn't diagnose the blitz. They're bringing everybody out. They're playing cover zero. They're playing press man. However, Green Bay tried to do that the first time and got burned over the top. They hit Bryce Butler with a touchdown. Actually, I want to say and Bryce Butler had a touchdown. Des Bryant didn't even play that game. So I think it's something to where when you have the personnel that you're able to do that, like the Giants do, and they have Janoris Jenkins, DRC, the safe Landon Collins. I mean, when you have the personnel to do that, but I just think that there's so many mismatches in this game that are in favor of Dallas. In my opinion, the only advantage that Green Bay has in this game is quarterback and head coach. Those are the two biggest ones. Those are the two biggest. What?
Put in Romo.
If this would have been a month ago, I would have agreed. But man, I don't know that Green Bay can really play that type of game and not have it come back and bite it. So let's flip the script. We've been talking offense a little bit. What about the Cowboys defense? Like, obviously Aaron Rodgers is top 5 quarterback all time, probably the second best quarterback this year, even though people were talking about him having a down year.
Best ever.
We have 40 touchdowns and 7 picks.
Aaron Rodgers?
Is Morris Claiborne coming back?
Yep.
That'll be interesting to see.
It might help. It might help it a little bit. I mean, they rank 26th against the pass.
And that's the thing. They're bend don't break. I want to say they're 5th or 6th. They're 5th or 6th.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's something to where they give up the yards, but when they get down in that red zone, they do a good job. But defense has been my concern all year. So I was curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the Dallas defense and what they can do to even stand a chance against Rodgers.
Well, they have to do the same thing they did last time.
Dallas should be happy Jordy's not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know Aaron can do whatever he wants, any receiver, but the fact that Jordy Nelson has the talent's not there. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how, I guess going back to offense, how he's going to be able to read the Cowboys defense and see how they're going to be playing. Whether that's going to be as more of a base man D or zone defense, and maybe give Ty Montgomery some play out of the backfield, but really playing that pass and making, if they can get, the defense can get to Aaron Rodgers, but he's known to maneuver in that pocket and make some crazy plays downfield, and that's what I've seen a lot of out of Aaron.
Yeah, I think that's definitely his go-to is getting out of the pocket, making the plays downfield, things of that nature. And like you said, getting after Aaron Rodgers, that's one of the biggest things. I want to say the first 12 games of this season, the Cowboys were like the bottom third in sacks, bottom third in pressures, bottom third in turnovers. And then the last month they played the Giants, they played the Bucks, they played the Lions, and they played the Eagles. And in that time, they're number one in sacks, number one in turnovers, and top 5 in pressures, and mainly because of David Irving. So I'm not saying like the whole defense is good, but it's improved enough. But I don't think it's something that they're not going to hold Green Bay under 24. Like it's just there's no way.
Right. What's the magic number then, Rich?
My prediction, I think it's going to be shootout. I think this is probably going to be the best game of all the playoffs. Maybe not the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best game of the playoffs. Just because there's just like, I don't know. I said this the other day. I'm a little bit of a traditionalist when it comes to sports. And there's just something about two classic teams that have history, playoff history, regular season history. Like those games for some reason just seem to just end up that way. Like that Cowboys-Steelers game earlier this year that was just insane.
Yeah.
So and then obviously the offenses, I mean, I think it's going to be like 30-something to 20-something. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So I'd say.
So, okay, so what's your number? What's your number for Dallas to win the game? What do they have to score?
31.
Okay. In Green Bay?
Because
that's what I was going to say for Green Bay. I would say 31 wins the game. I think it's a pretty solid number for both teams.
I'll say 31. If Dallas scores 31, they win. And I'll say if Green Bay scores 35, they win.
Okay. So what's the game plan then for Green Bay?
It's this
offense.
Yeah.
I think like who's the X factor? I mean, because you have Jordy Nelson, so it takes away one of your deep threats, but we still have Devontae Adams. We still have Randall Cobb over the top.
I think you mentioned it in our group text earlier.
Oh.
Who?
What?
Jordan. What did you say?
Jared Cook.
Anyways, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Jared Cook because you have to take away the middle of the field. I mean, on offense, anyways, because you already know that they're looking for a downfield. So I think you dink and dunk. I think that text you sent earlier was a perfect example of it. What was it? Dallas's game strategy against Green Bay.
They rushed 3.
Rush 3 on third down every time, no matter what. I mean, we got to be in. We have to dink and dunk. We have to be in 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s, less than 3rd and 5 at least.
3rd and manageable.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one thing that I don't really know how to interpret this, but Dallas had the best rushing defense all year. We didn't allow a single 100-yard rusher. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to allow it this week, that's for sure.
And that's
the only way you guys get 100 yards rushing is Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron fucking Aaron's going to run for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well, I think he was their 2nd leading rusher this year. So hey, but yeah, it's all on Rodgers, man. Like that's what's so crazy to me is it's not something to where, if they had Eddie Lacy, that would change everything. If they had Jordy Nelson, that would change everything. It would kind of, negate some of the matchup advantages that Dallas has. But when you expect and have to have Rodgers be just precise and perfect on every drop back, and you don't really have a running game to fall on, you don't have your number one receiver,
but what have they been doing the last 7 weeks? And they played much better defenses than Dallas's. And he's been perfect.
I agree with that.
Here's the deal.
And Dallas coming off a bye week. So I think that hurts them. What'd you say?
Jody has the worst connection.
So anyways, back to the game. They have been playing much better defenses. Obviously, they just hung 38 on the Giants. I thought the Giants had one of the best defenses in the league. And for half of that game, it looked like they had the best defense in the league.
Right.
But the reason that, I don't want to say that Dallas' defense is going to shut them down or anything like that. They're not. Green Bay is going to score on probably 60% of their drives. But Dallas does such a good job of shortening that game and just being so physical that, by the time the fourth quarter comes, if it's 6 minutes left and you're down by 1, I mean, there's no guarantee that you get the ball back. So
Right. I think Green Bay just has to do a good job of shortening or lengthening the field, playing field position. Making Dallas throw, basically, is what we have to do. Granted, they have weapons. Dak can throw. Dak can move outside the pocket. But I think we want to make them throw. So you want to lengthen the field, play field position game, basically. Even though we want to have the ball on offense, you also don't want to have them score, basically, because they can score.
Greg, what do you got?
I mean, like I said, I'm a Vikings fan, so I don't know too much about you guys' sucky ass.
No, that's what I want. I want your perspective as a Vikings fan.
Well,
Jordan's gone.
he gave up. I mean, like I said, the Vikings beat the Packers. I can say that. Hey, it's that guy again.
Dude, this shit ain't even working. It's bogus. Go Bears, baby. Go Bears.
So, I mean, obviously.
But me and Jay they're going out to the bar. I ain't got time for this. I'm out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna edit.
Oh.
All right, Jordy Bob. No, I mean, obviously the best is. It's Jordy Bob.
Get this thing off.
Don't worry. I'll kick you out. You're good. Goodbye. All right. I'm like Tony Reale up in this bitch. All right.
What's the thing they say in the NFL? It's not really being the best team all the time. It's about being the hottest team, and obviously that's the Green Bay Packers right now. But I just feel like the Cowboys they're just too good this year. I mean, if they freaking lose at home,
I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to.
When's the last time they went 13-3?
Oh,
that's right, 2014, when they also had the best quarterback in the league, the best running back in the league.
They went 12-4 that year. 13-3.
12-4. Okay, you're right.
They lost to the Giants in the divisional round, which is going to be
same thing. Whatever.
Yeah. So
they have a long history of terrible playoff games. Not terrible playoff games, bad luck playoff games.
The only thing that would be good, not good, but interesting to see would be the Cowboy meltdown in Dallas.
or my meltdown on Twitter, because it will.
Yeah. Oh.
So I mean, I would be almost shocked, but it'd be interesting. I guess I can go that route if the Packers won.
Honestly, that's how I feel too. Like before the last 2 days, I just had this feeling of like rookie quarterback, like they don't do well in the playoffs. And then the last 2 days, I've just had like this surge in confidence where I'm like, dude, we're the number one team, have been all year. Nobody can stop. Like that's the awesome thing about sports and football in general is it's just there's all this like what we're doing right now. We're talking about it. Oh, what if they do this? They're going to bring safeties down and then they're going to hit them over the top and they have to adjust. At the end of the day, it's just enormous-ass dudes doing that. And the Dallas offensive line moves people. And Zeke gets in there, and even when there's contact at the line, he's falling forward. It's just so hard to stop that style of offense. And then when you add into it Dez Bryant, one of the best tight ends ever, and the person who I think is going to have the biggest impact on the game, Cole Beasley, it's just I don't see how Green Bay – is going to be able to keep up when they're just going to be passing because Montgomery's decent as a back. He's okay, but he's not. I mean, it's not like he's going to put up, 120 or anything. So,
but
we don't need him to. We can do the same thing that like KC uses. What's his name? Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Out of the backfield. I mean, Montgomery's like what 6'1", 220.
He's a big boy. Yeah, he's probably 6'1", 6'2".
And he's got wide receiver speed, like lightning speed out of the backfield. Like that guy, I mean, just work him, use him as you can, I guess. I don't know.
I guess if any team can find a way to lose, it'd be the Cowboys.
know what? After the last however many years, that's fair. That's fair. They got to do it.
That's so funny.
A 13-3 season, all for nothing, and then the
Hey,
talks.
you guys went 15-1. All right, I don't want to hear it in '98. You went 15-1 and lost.
Well, first of all, we went to the NFC Championship, first of all, and we lost because our kicker, who was perfect on the season, decided to miss one.
His first kick all year that he misses and comes in the NFC Championship game.
What the fuck, Richie? Why you got bigger memories, you son of a bitch?
13-3, man. 13-3. But, no, I really am excited for this game. I think it's going to be the best one. I think it's going to be a shootout. Like I said, both offenses are probably two of the top 5.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Green Bay, Dallas, New England,
Pittsburgh?
There you go.
Maybe.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's about it, really.
I'd totally put Pittsburgh in there. So, yeah, two of the top 5 offenses. Neither defense really does that much incredibly well. I don't see how either team gets kept under 27 or 30 points.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just see Dallas coming out flat. Rookie quarterback, bye week. There's a history of rookie quarterbacks in their first playoff game.
Totally agree. But in the context of this situation, how many rookie quarterbacks have coming off a bye, had a number 1 seed, had one of this much talent around them? And I mean, this is like, you could not ask for a better situation for Dak Prescott to be. Like,
you're right.
They're not counting on Dak Prescott to win the game, and if they
hell no.
If they get to that point, then you should be scared.
Do you see Tony Romo if it gets to that point? Like, say halftime they're down 14-17 to nothing. Some crazy number. Do you see Romo?
No.
Yes.
In
short, I'm thinking you do.
In short, yes. If he looks like he did against the Giants, where he cannot diagnose what's coming, absolutely. Because that's one thing that is different between Romo and Dak, and it's kind of a love-hate. Romo took more shots down the field. Dak's more conservative. Romo turned the ball over a little bit more. Dak didn't. But that's one thing that I love about Romo on that Dez catch, no catch.
But I think you're gonna ride or die with Dak because Romo's played like 3 snaps. the last game.
But it's Jerry Jones, dude. It's Jerry's world. He'll throw Romo in there.
But you change absolutely everything about that offense if you put in Tony.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree to an extent. However,
I say in the red zone you change everything because they like to run that little rollout with Dak to the right, but
and the zone read, which I love.
Yeah.
I guess it's Jerry's world, so it could happen.
He'll just give Tony a little slap on the ass and send him out there.
You got the funny thing is the fact that we're talking about it is hilarious.
Well, here's the thing: is it was set up as if you go down 14-17 to nothing, and he looks lost, like he can't diagnose a blitz. Like I'm not saying like, oh, they're down 10 to nothing, put in Romo. I'm saying like if Dak looks like he did against the Giants, and it's your last game of the season, and he cannot get anything going. I mean, it's the playoffs. Like what? I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but.
So you put in Romo, they win, and he's just like.
They send Dak to Chicago.
No, if that happens, you go back to Dak.
Absolutely, you can still get rid of Romo.
Well,
ship him off.
Free agent. No, he's not. He's gonna be a free agent this year.
No. I'm saying for the next game. Like, let's say Dak struggles. Romo comes in at halftime. They're down 17-0, and just pulls something out of the hat, and they win. For the championship game, you go back to Dak because that's what you've been doing all year. So I'm just saying for a half game or something, if it gets dire, I'm not against putting Romo in.
Well,
no.
True.
All right, so let's do some predictions. Fogel, what are you thinking?
35-24 Green Bay.
35-24, damn.
Yeah.
No, right? Hold on. All right. Now, briefly expand on why 35-24. What, 11 points? God damn.
Yeah, I think we jump out.
Okay.
I think we get the ball first. We go down, score first possession.
Let me jump in real quick.
Absolutely.
I think whoever scores first wins the game.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of expanded on that. First possession, we go down and score. And I'm saying 35 because I don't, as much as Mason Crosby is just probably the best kicker in the game besides DB over there on Dallas's side, I don't, No, whatever. Fuck him. I don't want to kick field goals. I do not want to kick field goals against Dallas. That's why I said 35, what did I say, 24, 35, 24, 11 points. I just think Dallas, if Dallas goes down, it's over. I think we just pile it on. I think our offense is too good right now. We just throttled the number 2 defense in the league.
But
At home.
Throttled.
Really, at home, and that only took off because of that Hail Mary, which, let's admit
They were all doing
Tomato, whatever, man. I mean, you can call whatever you want.
And they were all doing Adderall on.
Right. OBJ couldn't catch the ball because he was all hopped up on Adderall from.
No, he just sucks. He doesn't suck. I just hate him. Can't stand him.
He's stupid. He's a fucker. Anyways, yeah, 35-24, 11 points. We go up. We're up by 7 at halftime. And we win the game. All right, Greg, what about you? Prediction?
34. I was thinking 34-28, but let's go 34-31 Cowboys. Yeah, I don't want to give four touchdowns to the Packers. Maybe give them a field goal as well. So 34-31 Cowboys.
I'm very similar to you guys. Like I said, I think it's gonna have to be something that's in the 30s. Fogel, like I already said, it's like you said. You think Green Bay is gonna go score early? I think Dallas is gonna score early. That tone to be set, that's gonna put, I don't want to say pressure on the other team because Aaron Rodgers doesn't really feel pressure, and with Dallas, they have such a good running game that it's not like they're going to be, frantic about it. But I do think whoever scores first wins. So I guess really, I don't want to go too far into it, but if I'm saying whoever scores first wins, it kind of comes down to whoever wins the toss. But I don't want to say that. Just seems a bit.
Can't win the game before the ball snapped, Rich.
Exactly. But
Cowboys on the toss, it's over. They win.
But no, seriously, I think whoever scores first is going to win. So I guess really when you break it down, whoever wins the toss. But I think Dallas is going to score first. They've been really good on their first possession damn near all year. But I think it's going to be back and forth. I think Dallas is going to go down to get 7. Green Bay is going to come and get 7. Dallas is going to go get 7. Green Bay. So at the end of the day, I think Dallas's approach and the matchups that they have on offense, running, passing, Zeke out of the backfield, Witten, like I've already said, Cole Beasley is uncoverable in man coverage on third down. I'm going to say Dallas. I'll give them 4 touchdowns, field goal, 31, 34. Say 34-27. So what's that, 7-point game? I'll say 34-27. And I think the end of the game, it's not going to be like rushing down to score. I think it's going to be they're up, 10 or something like that and make it close. But I think it's going to be a great game. I just don't think it's going to be, that last play is going to win it or lose it or anything like that. So.
Well, I think you're wrong. And I hate you.
That's
the beauty of sports. It's the beauty of sports. We can do all this yip-yapping, jibber-japping about what we think is going to happen, and they just got to go out there and do it. So
Green Bay's a team of destiny, so we're taking it.
Team of fucking douchebags.
I like it. All right, well.
All right, boys.
27, 37. What would you say, Fogel? 35-24.
35-24.
And 34-31. All right, so we're all pretty much in the same ballpark. So.
No, we're not. Fogel got double digits.
11 points, baby. Team of destiny.
I don't know. I got 34-27. So it's.
They're gonna run the table.
Ballpark. I don't know. We'll see. So. But all right, that's why they play the games. So big game Sunday, and I don't know.
That's why they care about 3 guys' opinions out of Des Moines, Iowa.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Fun to do, man. It's fun to see, like, all right, am I seeing what the coaches are seeing? Like, are they going to do this? And then sometimes they come out and do something totally opposite, and you're like, oh, wow, that's why they're coaching. And so
I'm sitting in my kitchen on a fucking iPad right now. So
on a Tuesday. Yeah, pretty
Word.
much. So,
All right, boys. If I don't see you guys this week, I'll see you on Tuesday. Fake golf.
8 o'clock.
all right.
All right, guys.
All right, later, fellas.
Later, boys.